Okay, YouTube, today's the day that we're gonna go ahead and install bearings into our freshly bead blasted cases. And I got all the parts that I needed in, all the bearings and whatnot. Got main bearings right here. These are the Pro X brand. I will be kind of opening up all of them, all the bearings and whatnot, and showing them to you. These are KO bearings, Koyo. I'm probably saying all these wrong, so if it's bothering you as much as it's bothering me, or it would bother me in a YouTube video, I apologize. But yeah, I'm gonna do this by the book, and I'm actually gonna use my oven in my kitchen to get this done, because evidently you're not supposed to use a torch, and that's all I've ever done it with. So, whoops. So let's go ahead and get to work here. I got another phone now. If you watched my last YouTube video, my phone got run over by a truck when I was testing the jetting on a CR80. So let's go ahead and get going. All right, so both of these cases have been bead blasted and washed again and sprayed out with compressed air just to make sure there's no glass beads. I have sorted these bearings between the two case halves here. There is a specific way to put these in. You're going to want to have the markings facing outwards. Also, like with this one, these are going to be facing a certain way. For instance, that's where one of the shafts, the transmission shafts goes. This bearing specifically lays flat right there because this could escape out into the ignition area of this case. Yeah, like some of them are all right where you don't need to do that, but like for this one, you want it facing down. Same with this guy. And then with this one, it doesn't really matter, but I'll get to all of that when I go to install these. So with this Pro X kit for the CR250, this is good from 92 to 2007. I've heard good things about these bearings, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. I've heard they're actually OEM. So, come on, baby. I believe these are the same. So you don't even, yeah, they've got the same number on them and whatnot. Before I install these bearings, I'm going to actually wipe out each little journal, like right around here, with alcohol, just because that's what the book says. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cases ready to rock and roll, and we're going to put them in the oven. I believe they have to be 215 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. What's up, Luna? You like Hondas? Huh? You like Hondas? She loves all bikes. Huh, Luna? Before I go getting the cases hot in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and throw these bearings into the deep freeze for the night. That way when I go do this tomorrow, they'll be ready to install. I'm just going to do one case at a time here. This is the ignition side. Now we set an alarm for 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to take these out. Use an oven mitt. Don't do what I just did. So we're going to take that. I can't believe I just used mechanics gloves for that. Move this over here. Okay, we're going to do the main bearing first. Boom, just like that. Next up is this guy. It's gonna go right in there. Kind of got to work fast so that case doesn't cool down. I'm gonna take a little bit. Just gonna tap it in there a tad bit. Oh shit. Okay, this side faces down. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, so the ignition side, transmission bearings as well as the main bearings have been installed completely. Just make sure when you are installing this bearing right here, there's the light, there's a ledge or kind of a ridge that these two retaining pins, I guess you'd call them, screw down. So just make sure you're keeping that in mind because I had to do it twice. So we're gonna move on to the clutch side. These fucking scissors suck. Oh shit! Well, that was a shit show, as you can already see, but these bearings are fresher than a motherfucker. Look at that. They just spin great. Still kind of hot. I'm not touching that. It's gonna fall out. These are significantly more loose than the bearings on the ignition side. I'm gonna let that shit cool down and wrap this video up. Now that I've got both case halves with their respective bearings put into place here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the retaining plates back on here. One thing the manual said before I do this is to use some sort of thread locker called 3-Bond TB 1360, which I have never heard before. I've got three options here. I've got my standard medium that I use in basically everything. I've got the red thread locker stuff, that's the permanent stuff. Then I got the high temp stuff, that's the red. I'm not using this for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and use the medium because I looked online and that 3-bond stuff is a medium strength. It's just a little higher temperature than this. This part of the case doesn't get all that hot, so I really doubt that it's going to come out as long as it's tight. So I'm going to douse these screws and bolts in this medium thread locker stuff. It's the blue on either the Permatex or the Loctite. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't show a torque spec for this, and if you use a torque wrench for this, I'm going to slap you. Don't do that. All right, guys, so we got our bearings all installed on both sides of the crankcase. The rest of the rebuild goes by a lot easier. Honestly, it's just the whole replacing the bearings is probably the hardest part, to be honest with you. So if you've gotten this far, congratulations. You've made it over the hill. So also, I hope that the crank side bearing install was you were a little more graceful than I was. That was not my finest moment. So anyways, thank you guys for always watching my videos. Like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends if you can. Yeah, appreciate you guys a lot. I hope you guys have a really happy new year. Take care.